Good everyone, and welcome to our class for today. Today we want to quickly look at factorization and root of polynomials. If you've been following us, we've done a lot about polynomials. We've done addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, even factor theory. So today we want to look at factorization and root of polynomials. Now, factorization of polynomials can be done in two different ways. The first one is by factor theory. And then the second one is by factor theory and division techniques. Division techniques. But then in this class, we're going to look at factorization by factor theory alone. So then by factor theory, what does that mean? Number one, by factor theory, now in this method, the number of factors expected is predicted and then attempted by factor theory until only one factor is remained and then determined by comparison. I said the number of factors expected is predicted and attempted by factor theory until only one factor is remained and then determined by comparison. Now, what is this thing talking about? If we have something like, we have f of x to be something like x squared minus y squared. I want to illustrate something now. And then, of course, here, we're not given any divisor. And we want to get the factors of this polynomial. And of course, the factors will be 2. And then how do we determine the factors? The first step is to predict what the factor could be and then attempt it using factor theory to land. And then if we are able to get one of the factors, now the other factor, we now determine that by comparison. Now here, we just assume that x minus y would go on. From here we get that x is equal to y, right? Now we substitute f of y to this equation, f of y to the equation. And when we do, that means anywhere we see x, we put y. So this will be equal to y squared, and of course y squared is in here already, y squared. And of course, notice that this thing gives us what? 0. What does it tell us? It now means that it now implies that x minus 1 is one of the factors. Is one of the factors. Now we've gotten one of the factors. Now how do we get the second factor? This time around, since we've gotten one, it will be easier to get the second one. We will use what we call comparison. And how does it work? Now this is the equation given. X squared minus y squared. And since we say that we are looking for two factors, so this thing will give us two factors, which we've already gotten one, x minus 1. And then the other one we are looking for, we don't know. We say let it be a plus what? B. Right? And now we have to compare. Compare the first term of the given polynomial with the first term of the factors. And then you compare the last one with the last terms of the factors. That is, this x squared is equal to, which is the first term of this? What's the first term of this other one? X. Then multiply by the first term of the other one is what? A. Right? And this tells us that x squared is equal to ax. Now to get the value of a now, we divide both sides with x. And when we do, we have something like x squared over x is equal to a. And from here, x cancels one of x here. Notice that a is equal to what? X. So we've gotten a here. Now, to find b now, to get b, we compare the last part of this equation with the last part of the factors. That is, minus y squared is equal to minus y, which is this one, multiplied by what? B. And this gives us minus y squared is equal to minus by, right? Now to get b now, we divide both sides with minus y. That is, minus y squared divided by minus y is equal to what? B. And minus cancels minus, y cancels one of y here, we're left with one y. It means that now b is equal to what? Y. You see, we've gotten the values of both a and b. Since we've gotten the value of a and b, therefore, the two factors we are looking for are x minus y and a and b. We've gotten them as x and y and x plus y. So these are the two factors we are looking for. Now let's illustrate with another example. This time around with numbers. Okay, this one says